beautiful friends, thanks so much for tuning in. So today's video I am doing a tag that my sweet friend Vani from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool tagged me on, and it's the Homeschool Mom tag. And I remember doing this video before, but I think it's been more than 2 years and my answers have somewhat changed, so I thought I would update the video and then tag 2 more mamas. So let me get started. There are about 10 questions. I'm going to add them down below as well in my description box, and I'm also going to add her video, Vani's video, so you guys can see her answers as well. Okay, so there's 10 questions. Number 1, and I have them written in my little handy dandy notebook. Were you homeschooled? So no, I was not homeschooled, and I don't think my parents had any plans to homeschool me either. My mom did pass away when I was 12, so that's that. Number 2, it says, did you always plan to homeschool? So not me particularly. I never knew about homeschool when I had my first child, but my husband did. So he did. He wanted to homeschool from day one. So so he had planned to homeschool, and then he kind of told me about it when we had our first child. It says number 3 books I would recommend on homeschooling. So I figured I would pick a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna share The Unhurried Homeschool. I love that book so much. It's so encouraging, and it's kind of like a nice book to have to kind of slow you down, have you think of your process through homeschooling, the enjoyment behind it, that we don't have to compare ourselves to anyone. It's just such a sweet reminder. I read it like 2 years ago. I read most of it 2 years ago, and I had it on my Kindle, but I no longer have it. But it's such an awesome book. I would totally get it again. So Unhurried Homeschool, I'll link it down below. The Read Aloud Revival, or The Read Aloud Family. The Read Aloud Family by Sarah Mackenzie. I love that book so much. It's so encouraging, and it teaches you the importance of reading aloud to your children and just having that connection with your child. And so I would recommend that one too, and it's super funny. I love it. And then for mom encouragement, this is more for mom encouragement, and it's because I'm Christian. I was gonna be faith-based. So number 3 would be Mom Enough. I've talked about that book here before, and it's just such a awesome mom encouragement book. Teaches us not to rely on our own strengths, and to lift our eyes up above, because this is a journey, and to enjoy the journey, to enjoy the process, and to rely on God Almighty for all the help, you know. So it's such a beautiful book. So Mom Enough. Those are the 3 that I recommend. Number 4, are you the only teacher? So this answer changed for me this year, because I would say yes and no. So I'm the main teacher. I'm pretty much the teacher of all subjects. But my husband has joined me in doing some teaching too. And I will be sharing about this in another video very soon. He just been doing lessons for the boys on PowerPoint presentation, and then he does like activities for them and everything. So he sets up a class for the boys to learn something on a historical person, or an amazing story that he wants to share, whatever he wants to share with the boys. So he has been helping me as far as that. Number 5, it says favorite place to buy curriculum. So I tend to always go to christianbook.com because they have amazing sales, but I also buy it from Amazon, and then like sometimes even Teachers by Teachers. I bought my my art curriculum for Teachers by Teachers, and then I don't think I use anything else. Kind of like Amazon and christianbook.com are my go-to places. Okay, so number 6, do you have a homeschool budget? So I kind of don't have a homeschool budget, like not a set budget, not like, okay, 300, that's it. We kind of just try to spend as less as possible, and you know, surrounding our means. So that's kind of what I do. I just go with sales. I try to, because of my YouTube channel, has been such a blessing to contact some companies and get curriculum that you can use for free, but in exchange for your review. So that's been a blessing. And just kind of go for sales. But no, I don't have a budget, but I also try to spend as less as possible. So I do a lot of research before I buy my curriculum, and I also use what I have already in hand to kind of like from one child to the other, which helps a lot to use what you have. So yeah, that's my answer for that. Okay, number seven is 2 must-have supplies for homeschool. So this is always like oh my gosh, I love supplies, I have so many. But I mean, if it's a must-have, you have to have a good printer. For a homeschool mama, printers are like you have to have a good printer. And I always recommend the instant ink from Hewlett-Packard. HP instant ink is the best around for the buck. You cannot beat it. It's amazing, and I've talked about that here before. And then the second one, I don't know, I was thinking like as far as supplies go, I mean, you need everything. You need a stapler, you need, for a homeschool mom, you need so many. But I mean, laminator, if you have small children, you're always laminating. I'm always laminating something. I'm always velcroing, if that's a word, velcroing something. Great pens, erasable pens are amazing. So yeah, I guess I cheated on that one. Okay, favorite subject to teach. This kind of changes depending on the grade and the year. But this past year has been science. I loved teaching science to my kids because we had great curriculum for science. And I love math, but I don't always love teaching math. So I would say science and art, because I love art. I love art. Are you a part of a homeschool group? So no, I'm not currently a part of a group, and I haven't been for the past, I guess this will be the 2nd year going. But I was a leader with the co-op group, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much to be part of a co-op, but I do like my freedom as well. So no, I'm not part of a homeschool group, but I do have local homeschool classes that I go to that I love. They're nature classes, and we love them. So that's kind of part of some group, you know. Last one, number 10, is my homeschool approach. So I'm pretty much eclectic. I pick from all angles, everywhere. I love a little bit of Charlotte Mason. I love memory work, copy work. I love traditional. I love workbooks. I love testing, but I don't keep grades. I love even like a little bit of classical. This year we've been using a classical conversations book for our history. So a little bit of that, even a little bit of game schooling. So I like picking from all the approaches out there because it's so much more fun in that way. I love the freedom that I have that I can do that. So yeah, eclectic. I just love picking from all angles. So those are my 10 answers for you guys. I'm gonna link the questions down below, and I'm tagging my dear friend Tanya from Project Happy Home and my other dear friend Saida from The Precious Years. So I'm gonna tag them, and I hope they join me and keep it going. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.